Hello, Steamboat. How you doing? Got a new show for your viewing. Having breakfast, just keep chewing. And with your support, we'll be cruising. Hello, Steamboat.
After all the jacks are in the boxes, and the clowns have all
What's going on, everybody? My name is Nick Lagorga. I'm here practicing another song for my show on YouTube, Good Morning Acoustics. You can follow me on Instagram at Good Morning Acoustics, or you can give me a like on Facebook at Good Morning Acoustics. Thanks for watching.
Hello, Steamboat is recorded live from the Chief Theater.
Hello, Steamboat. It's me, TC. Thanks for hanging out on a Friday. Streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. Got to thank those guys and the chief of the chief for letting us steal the stage before the Colorado New Play Festival takes over the Chief Theater. I think that's happening today. I got Jim today, right? You guys starting today? Today. They're taking over. And we got some people from his crew here. I got Kate Hamill. I've got Aaron Daly and Bruce Graham. So they're going to give us a little insight of what's going on and how we got them to come back to Steamboat to keep doing this incredible Play Festival, which was voted, I think, by New York Times, one of the best festivals in North America that you should see. So if you have the opportunity, you definitely want to get down here and check that out. Hoping to have Dan Foote, city attorney, around town here today, give us a little idea of what's been happening. And Michelle Petex is going to stop in and tell us a little bit about the amazing race, Steamboat style, which is something you guys can take part in and participate in if you're interested. I also want to give a little, what the, did he say? That's my bad, some things I said this week that I really have to recap real quick. Told you guys LeBron Jr. was going to Sierra View. He's actually enrolled at Sierra Canyon, so I don't need the hecklers from my hoop guys telling me, counts, get your facts right. The Rams, I told you Reggie Bush had slipped when we had loaned the brain on and he blew out his knee and the Rams were going to pay him $12.5. What we've heard is the Rams were tenants of that dome stadium, but somehow since the injury occurred during their activity of which the tenant was responsible at the time, that is the reason they're being asked to pay the $12.5 million to Reggie Bush, not just the numerous tenants that are involved in that facility. I told you Russia was going to beat up South Korea in the first game, and I was wrong. That was Saudi Arabia. Again, what the, did he say? Yeah, it was Saudi Arabia, who they handled 5-0, if you guys caught the, I hope, Rock, did you watch that opening match? She didn't. Russia put it on Saudi Arabia, which, now let's not get it twisted, people. Russia's good, but Saudi Arabia is not that good. Okay, so 5-0, 2 goals in the last 2 minutes of the match. It is what it is. But now Russia's up in that group. They got a 5-goal differential lead, so it'll be interesting. Morocco and Iran are playing this morning. Egypt, I think, has a game this afternoon as well. And then don't forget, I told you guys, Spain and Portugal, they are going to kick off at noon, probably a little after noon. But I was telling you 11, I apologize. They'll be starting around noon. Okay, so that's Spain, Portugal. Make sure you've DVR'd that if you have a chance. Next week, Monday, we're going to get Emily Katzman on here. She's going to tell us a little bit about Todd Park Moore, who's coming to be playing at the Antlers for the festival going on down there, benefiting Crosons, the Crosons Project, I would say. And then they're going to have a new little historical venue that they're supporting, and the proceeds are going to go to build that. Weather-wise, we got 83 today, so that should be pretty nice. And getting down to about 53. Saturday and Sunday, we're hopefully getting that rain that the fire chief was telling us about that we need. So there's some rain coming Saturday and Sunday, which could affect my U9, U10 Steamboat Stars World Cup tournament, which makes me a little nervous. But I like the kids playing out in the rain rather than the sun for the entire day. So we'll see how that goes. Monday and Tuesday, looking around 70s, lower 70s, and mostly cloudy. We're hoping and doing our rain dance because we need moisture all week so the chief doesn't cancel that fireworks show. I mean, the laser light show could be interesting, but I'd rather see explosions and a couple of dogs whimpering under the bed. Not particularly princess, I'm just small dog syndrome I have. Apologize to you dog lovers out there. I got Rock. She's going to be coming in telling us some haps as well going on this weekend. We're going to get out and check out the Mustangs if we can. A little show and shine, a little Mustang cross. As well, I told you the new play individuals, the crew. We got some people here to tell us what's going on. And the Triple Crowners are back. So you may notice some of our fields have been turned into baseball extravaganza areas. Again, let's be nice and play nice and treat them with the Steamboat kindness that we have here. I'm sure they will reciprocate and do the same by picking up after themselves and not messing up my soccer field. It's a personal shout out. Sorry. I do that every once in a while. But hey, I was just saying, I was at practice the other day. Saw a lot of Gatorade bottles that were emptied out. What is that? Leave it the way you found it, maybe even better. That's all we're asking. Thank you, Triple Crown, for being here. We appreciate it. So hello, Steamboat. Stick around. We're streaming live. If you got anything to say, comments, feedback, suggestions, hellosteamboatshow@gmail.com. This hat is in memorandum of the squad that didn't make it this year for the Cup. Maybe next year, Orange Army. Hello, Steamboat. Stick around. We'll be right back. Hello, Steamboat. How you doing? Got a new show for your viewing. Having breakfast, just keep chewing. And with your support, we'll be cruising. Hello, Steamboat.
After all the jacks are in the boxes, and the clowns have all stacked.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Nick Lagorga. I'm here practicing another song for my show on YouTube, Good Morning Acoustics. You can follow me on Instagram at Good Morning Acoustics, or you can give me a like on Facebook at Good Morning Acoustics. Thanks for watching.
Hello, Steamboat is recorded live from the Chief Theater.
Hello, Steamboat. How you doing? Got a new show for your viewing. Having breakfast, just keep chewing. And with your support, we'll be cruising. Hello, Steamboat.
After all the jacks are in the boxes, and the clowns have all
What's going on, everybody? My name is Nick Lagorga. I'm here practicing another song for my show on YouTube, Good Morning Acoustics. You can follow me on Instagram at Good Morning Acoustics, or you can give me a like on Facebook at Good Morning Acoustics. Thanks for watching.
Hello, Steamboat is recorded live from the Chief Theater.
Good luck. Now, what you got to do, though, you got the layout. You went down the trail, you went across the bridge, saw a little private pool to the left, you went across the TP, big pool, medium pool, kind of cold river. I need you to walk over the stairs into the cold river. Find your inner chi, and then get back in the hot pool and relax, and then you will see your spirit animal. Wow. Okay? I'm just saying try it. Yeah. Amazing. Bruce, you said I got to get out of here because I'm still writing. Yeah. Talk to me about that.
Well, actually, I've been doing changes every morning.
Okay.
Sending my stage manager prints them out. But today I forgot to attach the script. So I have to go back and attach the script. I said I'm going to have not much to work with. So yeah, it's business. You have to make a mistake in public. Absolutely. You know, and that it's hilarious. It's nothing. So the audience tells us what works and what doesn't. And then you get the actors in the room and stop. I've worked on it before. Yeah. I've worked with my son. It's half a degree of separation. If you do something to a problem, you get it. Like that. Yeah. You're working on her play. Yeah. She can get you.
Well, we're producing Our Conversations in New York, and we're producing Little Women next year.
Yeah, yeah. You're showing us.
Yeah. This is like a preview of what's going on.
Okay.
And so when we wanted to bring it out, I just glommed on to I was happy enough. Do you happen to have like Colorado or Steamboat Springs to work in this new play? There's mountains, food, and I'm like, do it, fine.
Ow.
Drag me.
Mention food to theater people,
Yeah.
and then get out of that. Oh, yeah. That's why I use that first thing. What time's it called? Where's the food?
Yeah, exactly.
Right? How long have you been in theater?
You know, I was started since young. I got really into it when I was little. I never got out. No, I started really young. I was one of those kids before.
Yeah. Siblings? Okay. Nice. When you were little, did you run the family play?
You know,
Like her?
I was sibling number 5 or 6, so I could only trust Danny, my little brother. And he would say that I was not a benevolent director. I no longer direct, but I think that's a good thing because I was, in Little Women Things, I think this year Joe was sort of putting on family play.
Okay.
And she's like always screaming at me and I was like, wrong! And that is basically it.
Is there some talent in Joe there? Or is it a little reflection of you at all?
Oh, yeah, I think in your career, you can speak to this as well. Like, every character is inside. Yeah, I think.
There's some of you that are
Yeah.
okay.
But yes, certainly the teenage dictator, being sure that if only my brother would do the line correctly, this thing was going to Broadway. Is 100%
Via your living room.
Yes.
That
Yeah, get all the
Yes.
scouts out and upstairs.
Yes, I just need a producer in this living room and something's gonna
And
happen.
something big will happen.
Yes,
I see
yeah.
that. Eric, how about you? Same thing from little.
Yeah, same. Like I think my mom put me in summer theater camp when I was like maybe like 7,
Okay.
and she's like, "You have a lot of energy. Go work that out."
Use it.
And I've been doing it like as a hobby since then. And I think when I went to college, I'm like, oh no, this is what I want to do with my life.
Yeah.
And my parents were supportive, except the day before I graduated, I got a phone call from my dad. He goes, "So theater, you gonna make any money doing that?" And I'm like, "Well, it's too late now, Dad."
Can't change. Can't change. Siblings for you as well?
I have a younger sister out in LA.
Okay. Was there any dance-offs in the house type of thing? Stuff going on for you two?
No, I could not convince her to do anything. She was. Would not listen
wouldn't
to me.
happen.
No way.
All right. Bruce, give it to me. How about your history?
45 years, I guess, doing
Yeah?
this stuff. 16 is when I first got paid. I was an actor.
Okay.
And then I was doing open mic nights at 16 and did stand-up in college, which actually paid for 2 years of college. Back then, there was comedy clubs all over the
Yeah.
place. Cable killed it, you know.
Yeah.
But every city had 4 or 5 clubs. And that, I started as an actor and then was always writing the material and that sort of thing. And when I was 22 years old, I'm in New York, I'm short, I'm going bald.
Yeah.
I photograph like W.C. Fields, as you'll find out.
Okay, okay.
There weren't a lot of parts for me. But now I'm a character. I went back into acting about 8 years ago. I've had
Yeah.
my equity card for 30 years.
Okay.
And I'm getting cast now. I
wait.
said, once Burgess Meredith died, I'd get all that work.
Did you change anything, or have you just always been you, and now people are noticing, oh,
Yeah,
he
well,
is really
it's
good?
kind of funny because now, like, you get kind of the cantankerous old man. I was a cantankerous young man. My mother called me the world's youngest curmudgeon when I was 22. So I haven't changed. I've just kind of grown into my part, I guess.
Yeah.
And how about you with the siblings?
I have one sister who's 3 years older than me,
Okay.
and she no dance off. She was a jock.
Yeah.
And we'd say, hey, Bon, hey, bro, that was it. We're an aloof family.
Sure.
Even our dog was aloof, We're not the warmest people in the world. So.
Always in Philly? Did we get
Always
you?
in Philly. I've never lived more than 20 minutes from the Philadelphia airport. Man. That's convenient or pathetic. I'm not sure.
Well, now let me ask you, so with the stand-up, was it easy?
It was easier. I hooked up with a partner, a guy named Billy Elmer, who still does it in
Okay.
Pittsburgh. So I was writing characters. It was like, and we played the same clubs every week sometimes in Pittsburgh, and I would try and come up with 5 minutes of new material,
Right.
which is a lot.
Yeah.
And we do the 9 o'clock show, and you'd be behind a dumpster on Forbes Avenue rewriting it for the midnight show. And I was telling Jim that, I said, the MFA at Yale doesn't teach you this. You may get notes, but you don't get beer bottles thrown at you. So, yeah, I learned a lot. It was great training.
All right. Kate, back to you. With any youth, we have young theater, like we've got our little improvers and some little chief people. Give me something that you would tell the little ones that are wanting to maybe get in and they're going to be at these festivals and plays.
To tell people coming in?
No, I want something that'll motivate the little kids to keep doing this because they can end up coming from New York to Steamboat to hang out for a week if they
Oh,
really have
gosh.
some passion.
I think theater teaches you to be a human being. It doesn't just
like
teach
that.
you like theater. Putting yourself on stage and being vulnerable, or writing something and being vulnerable,
Yeah.
or telling other people what to do is you push your own boundaries, and you learn empathy for other people, and it teaches you sort of the art of being a human being. So I think
And scene.
yeah. So I highly recommend. I think theater saved me, and it can save people.
Yeah, I like that. Give me something.
I just think it's an incredibly fun way. It's incredibly fun.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And I feel incredibly lucky that I get to do this with my life. Like,
Yeah.
incredibly lucky. And yeah, like I always feel lucky in the same way that theater is how I understand the world. Like I understand the world through a play better than through a movie or through a book or anything.
Right.
And so if you love something, just keep doing it, and then maybe someday people will take you out of Colorado for it.
Take you to Colorado.
Skip around.
Bruce, give me something for the kids.
I do just the opposite. No, I teach. I'm a teacher, and I've been teaching at Drexel 15, 16 years now. And we're all professionals in the business.
Yeah.
No PhDs. We've all had movies made and TV shows and stuff like this. And our job is to scare the hell out of these kids. Because if I can intimidate you, you're not going to make it in this business.
Oh,
That's
and
true.
so I am not the nurturing one, I'm afraid.
There's always a good compliment.
Yeah, exactly. No, I love what you said, and I
Yeah.
do believe in it. But I've seen professors and people trying to talk to young people who make it sound like every day is beautiful, and it's not. You're going to go without work for a long time. You're going to lose jobs, and you didn't know why. And it's very frustrating.
Yeah.
And you better have thick skin. So that's kind of my. If my first PowerPoint scares you, you're not going to make it. So,
Boom.
And it's a very scary PowerPoint, it really is.
All right, Colorado New Play Festival tonight kicking off. Who wants to give the details, the info about where people should do?
Come here.
Come here to the Chief.
The Chief,
What time?
yes.
Yeah, Chief, the first play is at
4 p.m.
Mine
today.
is at 4
today.
today, and yours is at 8
p.m. today.
8 p.m. today.
Okay.
And
yours
that, don't
is
worry about
at-
the other ones. Just come to
And
them.
Four and
there's,
eight.
there's ones on Saturday too.
They're not here early
And
anymore.
there's 11, 4, and 8 tomorrow, I think.
Good job,
Yeah.
Kate.
11, 4, and 8.
Well done, Jim.
And
Anna 3? 11,
11,
3,
3, and 8.
7,
I was
sorry.
very close.
Well done, Kate.
Hey, at least she tried. The rest,
She tried.
I know we just show up when they tell
Yep.
us to go.
All right,
Yeah.
and are you guys even nervous the least bit? Do you get nerves anymore?
I'm always nervous and scared every day of my life of everything. Like, I think like when people are like,
Rock.
I'm just being honest. People are like, isn't that scary? And I'm like, I'm scared of everything. So I just try to move towards the fear. So it's very vulnerable and
Sure.
interesting to put up a new play. 'Cause I can't just sit there and go, oh God. But it's always scary. So come and see our fear. No,
Yeah.
come
Yeah,
and see
yeah,
all
yeah.
our
Sharing the fear.
vulnerability.
Yeah.
I'll be pacing in the back. I never sat through a play of mine in my life.
Seriously?
Seriously, no. First thing I do when I see a new theater is scope out where I can hang.
Yeah. Come see us sweat.
Is there, Jim? People can come down and meet these guys as well and chat with them? Is that doable?
Absolutely.
Get here a little early, maybe.
Yeah, bring their autograph pads. And
Bring the autograph pad.
Their posters and all that.
You guys do autographs?
I can sign my name.
Yeah, that's like I assume
And I'll be in the
so.
closest bar right before we go.
There it is. Bruce, Emily, Kate, thank you guys for getting up and coming down. We really appreciate it. Have a great time while you're here. I'm sure you're going to be back.
I hope so.
Right?
I hope so.
Maybe we can sneak you into a super fun show sometime.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Hello, Steamboat. Stick around. I got the foot. Dan, city attorney in the building. He's going to help us out. We'll be right back. Hello, Steamboat. How you doing? Got a new show for your viewing. Having breakfast, just keep chewing. And with your support, we'll be cruising. Hello, Steamboat.
After all the jacks are in the boxes, and the clowns have all
What's going on, everybody? My name is Nick Lagorga. I'm here practicing another song for my show on YouTube, Good Morning Acoustics. You can follow me on Instagram at Good Morning Acoustics, or you can give me a like on Facebook at Good Morning Acoustics. Thanks for watching.
Hello, Steamboat is recorded live from the Chief Theater.
Hello, Steamboat. You can hear us, right? Mayor, can they see me yet? Damn, I'll take off my hat then. Dan Foote in the building. How are you, sir?
I'm very well, thanks. How are you?
Doing good. So I wanted you to come on so I could heckle you about all things city.
Well, hey, thanks for having me. I like being heckled.
Awesome. How long have you been the city attorney now?
I was appointed in December of 2015, so we're coming up on 3 years.
3 years. You took over with Tony Letnich?
Yeah,
right?
Tony Letnich.
What's Tony doing now?
Tony, he's walking his dog.
Yeah?
He's playing a little golf.
Okay.
And smiling a lot.
Smiling a lot because you've taken over. I've always wondered, I always ask you, people heckle you, how do you do it? Like, you just thick skin?
Yeah, it comes with the territory, you know.
does.
I mean, it's it's the kind of thing where government's not always going to make everybody happy. I mean, it's sort of impossible, so you just have to roll with it.
City attorney, was that the plan for you way back when?
No, I was going into criminal defense.
Yeah.
And I started off as a public defender in the Denver municipal courts, doing domestic violence and gun cases.
Jesus.
Back in 1994.
Okay, and then somehow you sneak up to Steamboat?
Well, yeah, you know, Denver Municipal Court only has misdemeanors, and after a couple of years, it was time to move on to, felonies, which meant quitting the job and trying to get on with the state public defenders. And I figured, if I'm going to quit, I might as well take a ski season off. And came up here.
Had you been here, Steamboat, regular prior to coming up? And
yes, my family started coming here in the early 80s.
Okay.
It was Christmas vacation. So, back in the day, we'd stay up at Storm... what is it called? Storm Peak, Storm Meadows.
Yeah, Meadows.
Back in back when I was at the top of the mountain.
And then at the point where you get to make your own decisions, it's Steamboat.
Well, we had a house in Denver and we were planning on moving back, so we needed to be kind of closer. So I ruled out Telluride and Aspen and those places.
Gosh. And now, how about your soccer career? Because I remember you were one of the best goalies I had ever seen.
Oh, well, thank you. That's very nice of you to say that.
Easily. Did you grow up playing soccer?
Yeah, my dad was in the Navy, and I started playing soccer in Connecticut when I was 5.
You did?
Yeah. So
always a goalie?
No, it was just kind of depended. If my team needed a goalie, I'd play goal, and if not, then I played midfield.
And you were a great goalie, and I always figured then when they were like, oh, he's an attorney, I'm like, he's a goalie and an attorney. Yeah, he's crazy. He's a little bit
maybe
crazy.
Maybe a little bit.
Or you can process the entire big picture.
Really what it is, Tony, is I'm really, really slow. And that was just an impediment to my midfield career.
Maximize your potential in one small area.
You got to maximize your strong suits.
City, Steamboat Springs, most pressing issue that you're dealing with right now?
Short term, we're trying to work out a new arrangement with the Warner Sports Club for the management of Howelson Hill.
Oh yes.
And then I think long term, strategically thinking, it's fiscal sustainability and tax policy.
Yeah. I heard, who was it? We had Sonia Macy's on the other day, and she was talking about people were shocked when they realized there's no property tax.
That's unusual. There are 101 maybe home rule cities in Colorado, which means those are the entities that have the ability to create their own tax policy.
Yeah.
And I can't remember the exact number, but it's only 3 or 4 that don't have a property tax, and we're one of them.
How or why did that occur?
We did have a property tax
Yeah.
when the town was first incorporated in 1973.
Okay.
And I don't remember when we repealed it, but you know, I think the thinking was that sales tax would be a better way to fund things because we're a tourist-based economy.
We know that people are coming.
Or we were back then.
Right.
And you know, maybe things have changed a little bit in the last 30 years.
Yeah. A myth for me. Way back in the day, we had a mayor of Steamboat ever? Where that?
No,
is that true?
town manager.
Town manager.
You know, we have a city council president, and in this form of government, most city council presidents are actually called mayors.
Okay.
They don't really have any executive authority, but that's the title.
Okay.
We in URA, for some reason, decided to call our mayor a city council president, and I don't know why that happened.
Okay, so so you can maybe I was told way back when, because someone said Tony should run for mayor, and I was like, that'd be great, but I don't have a thick skin. I could never handle it. I know it. But then they're like, well, that we used to, but then they changed it to president of the city council. But they said maybe it was because of monies that we could receive. Does that have any truth to that?
No, you know, it may be that we had a mayor back in the 60s or 50s, but you know, since we've been a home rule city, just the way we're organized, we're a city council, city manager form of government. So all the executive power that a mayor would ordinarily exercise is exercised by the city council.
Dispersed.
Yeah.
Could we say fairly?
Yeah, it is, because there's seven. You have 7 elected officials instead of 1.
Okay. You managing the relationship between city council and the city, the people? I don't want to say you manage the relationship, but you seem to be a mediator for us sometimes.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if that's
the right word.
No. No, you know, my job is to give legal advice to the city, the constituents, which is the city council and the city manager and all the city employees. Yeah, and certainly once they've decided on a policy, my job is to, you know, promote that policy, whether it be defending it in court or explaining it to the people who are interested in it or the general public.
I mean,
But that would be a secondary responsibility for sure.
Okay, good idea to say that way. Do you keep your personal feelings aside from your work? Like if they make a decision at city council and then you are asked to defend it?
Yes, I mean, it definitely have to have a professional attitude.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, it's not that difficult.
Really?
You know, it is. I have my hands full just implementing the policy decisions that other people make. So I rarely find myself in a position saying I'd like to insert myself in this debate and change the policy direction.
Wow. That's professional.
Yeah. Well, that's the way attorneys are supposed to work. You know, you let the clients make the policy decisions, and then you defend them and implement them.
Okay. Housing. Can you give me a little bit of housing? Bryn Gray.
What do you want to know? They're a development group that have had a couple projects in Summit County.
Yep.
One in Frisco and one in Breckenridge.
Okay.
You know, I think the council likes the housing mix that they propose to provide.
Yeah.
And you know, we're working towards completing an annexation agreement.
Okay. Baby steps. I mean, because we're always like, can't we have our new housing now, affordable for everyone?
I think we're beyond the baby steps.
We are.
We have a document that is more or less kind of complete to review.
Okay.
So we have exhibits, and you know, the body of the thing is worked out, and we've got a handful of issues to resolve still.
Yeah.
But I'm optimistic we'll get there.
As the resident of Steamboat, not the attorney, do you like that idea, that housing down there, the setup, just as being a resident of Steamboat Springs?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we spent, it's probably 15 years on the West of Steamboat Springs area plan. And that was, you know, years of meetings and outreach and stakeholder groups. And you know, the community said that's where we need to grow and that we would like to grow. And so, yeah, I think it's good.
It's going to work. Howson does seem to be a nice big project coming along. And when you talk about management of Howson, can you go a little deeper into that, what we mean by that?
Management, I mean, that means how often we operate it and what services and facilities we provide out there, and what do we do with the Barrows chairlift? And, where does a replacement go, and where do we find money for a replacement? And
how about the surveys that went out? Are you a part of that? Are you seeing, are you privy to the information, the results, or anything like that?
I am. I see them. I don't spend as much time on them as the people who are making the decisions, the city council and the city manager and the Parks and Rec director.
The results coming in though, are you hearing? Are people giving the feedback?
Yeah, I think that since the beginning of this process, with reviewing the JUA, it's been pretty clear the community would like us to continue to operate Holliston Hill, and it has value as a ski area, and it's just it's a jewel of the community that we need to polish up.
Yes. All right. Give me either one of the most frequently asked questions to you that you receive, or the myth that people think, well, Dan does this.
The most frequently asked question is, how do I get a marijuana store license?
You're kidding me. That's really?
Oh, yeah. We have a limit on the number of licenses that we will approve, and that limit is 3.
Okay.
And there is definitely interest in a 4th or a 5th or a 6th licensee. You
got a list? Is that what you're doing now, or do you guys say no?
No, we don't have a list because we don't have the ability to issue another license right now. So if that were ever to change, I think we'd probably end up in a lottery situation.
Right.
Yeah.
How was the magic number of 3 selected?
Well, so the Constitution was amended to allow for medical marijuana in 2000, and in 2009, for whatever reason, 3 different businesses sort of started operations. And we didn't have a process, so there weren't any permits or applications, and we sort of learned about it after the fact.
Yeah.
And so once we decided to regulate and permit that use, we picked 3 basically because we had 3.
Gotcha.
And the then police chief preferred having several larger operators to keep an eye on than 20 smaller ones.
Sure. And now, so if 8 people had started businesses at that time, would we have had 8 possible?
I don't know what would have happened. Yeah. I mean, we certainly would have had the power to reduce those numbers.
Okay.
A lot of that happened in some other communities, and the courts were generally let the cities do what they wanted to do in terms of regulating those uses. But maybe I don't know if Steamboat's large enough to support 8.
Right. Absolutely. I would think the number we have, it seems perfect. I don't know.
There are definitely lots of people who are interested and who think that we could support at least 1 more. That's for sure.
And so your answer to them is just what you said?
My answer is our hands are tied.
Yeah.
Staff can't do anything. Your first step is going to have to be to convince the city council to change the rules.
Wow. And now are you having people come in and keep trying to do that?
Yeah, and we'll be talking about this again on July 10th. We'll be reviewing the marijuana regulations, which we do usually once a year.
Gotcha.
And the number of licenses will certainly be a topic of discussion.
Wow. Again, amazing. Now let's go serious stuff. World Cup.
Yeah.
Who you got?
It's important.
It is. Who are you thinking?
I really like Croatia.
Stop it.
Yeah.
I hadn't mentioned them. Luka Modric, right, in the midfield?
Yeah, Modric and Rakitic. I mean, their midfield is as good as anyone's.
Yeah.
And, I like geography in the World Cup, and Eastern European team playing in Eastern Europe.
Yeah.
And they've had a little history. They had a good run in '98,
yes.
3rd place. So, I like the Vitrini. Obviously that would be kind of a surprise, a little bit of a long shot. But, from the big teams, I just have a hard time seeing anybody beating Germany.
I know. I don't. Someone told me yesterday, I just don't like the way they play. I mean, you mean, here we come?
Yeah, methodical, and, they're not the underdog.
No, like the Green Bay Packers. They're coming. Stop them.
Yeah, you can't stop them.
All right.
They're playing in Europe, and it's been a long time since any country from outside of Europe has won a World Cup in Europe. Now,
will Messi get his first international title?
Boy, I'd like to think so, but it just doesn't seem like they have the horses this time around.
And Suarez, he's off this morning running his first, and it was great. His caption, his first game since biting Italy's Giorgio.
Right. So will he make it through the tournament?
Thank you.
Yeah,
I say yes. I think he's done biting people.
He's older and more mature now. Right? We all learn from our
mistakes.
We all learned.
All right, Foot's got Croatia. I'm sticking with Senegal just to bother Ben Bell. He's going with Belgium. I actually took Germany. Rock, who you got? All right, she's going with the U.S. No, she's not. Hey, thank you for sticking around, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
You come back anytime and keep us updated?
Sure, absolutely.
You will do that?
Yeah, 2022 World Cup.
Yeah, I think we should have a couple players there, hopefully. Cooper counts.
Yeah, we're going to qualify.
Yeah, we will qualify. Dan Foot, you guys, if people want to get in touch and heckle you, what can they do? Go to the city website?
871-8223.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Boom. Ask for them. Tell them what you want to know. All right. Hello, Steamboat. Have a great weekend. We'll be back.
I'm not.
When are you going to wear a ball gown?
That's a never. Anyone who knows me knows that.
Yeah,
like
it's not gonna
closest, maybe cocktail dresses. So when we want to wear something like that,
Yeah.
how about some events?
Deal. What's haps?
All right. Well, no, just to be fair, no cocktail dressing going down this weekend. We're going to have too much fun being outdoors. And so, well, I mean, let's start with today. We already have Mustangs in town, and so that is beautiful. That's going to be going on pretty much in, for the next 2 days when all the fun's going to happen.
Right.
So if you want to get out today, man, what you should really check out in the Meadows lot. They have AM and PM autocross. So right now, they have going on in the Meadows lot some autocross going on.
Okay.
And that's actually going to go until noon. So if you still have some time, dip on over there because I'm sure they just started.
Yeah.
And then, of course, round 2 PM autocross starts at 1 p.m. today. So we're going to get some action there. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm all about the show and shine, which is then tomorrow on Saturday.
Okay.
But if you're looking to see, like, a little bit of the engine, not just when it's
Yeah.
still.
I want to see the handling.
But yeah, I want to see how she moves, man. So, I mean, I was exposed to Mustangs back in the day, and not because we had one, because my father did nothing but talk about it. It was one of those, well, BC, before children, I had these things going on. But he was a fan of the single headlight 67. That was his, and he really liked nice, like, midnight type of blue going on. So I have one of those dreams. Maybe I can refurbish that. Or,
Yeah.
So in the meantime, I just constantly send him pictures, like, hey, check it out. Remember that? So that's neat. That's always fun for him for us to reminisce on. But of course, now then comes Saturday.
Yeah.
We got show and shine going on, and that is going to be, what are we looking at? 10 to 3. So you got a 5-hour block of power there.
Where's that going to be at?
That's all downtown, and what's great, so they're going to be closing off downtown and a couple blocks on 40, on Lincoln itself.
Like 3rd to 7th or something like that?
Yeah, so I would highly recommend dipping over on Oak, because even if you go to Yampa, you might run into some blocks because there's going to be 2 strips down a couple roads of the Mustangs going towards Yampa.
Oh, gotcha.
And the Farmers Market and the Mustang, they're kind of coming together.
Okay.
So they're all going to be on Lincoln, but there may just be some overflow. So I'm just thinking, safest bet if you want to get around, Oak would probably be your best bet. That's the only thing where there's no construction going on right now. They're not even really bothering us with the striping anymore.
Right.
I shouldn't say bothering us.
Yeah.
Enhancing our roadways.
Enhancing our road.
With the striping. So, but that seems to be clear right now. I definitely, dip on that one. That would probably be one of the best ideas. So, the show and shine and pretty much all the stuff, that's going to be going downtown until about 3:30, because 3:30, all cars got to leave the show area, and they got to be legally parked or risk being ticketed and towed by the city.
Wow.
That's right, man. We got to regulate. I mean, we're giving you a lot of time to be downtown and take up our main road. I'm sorry. I don't mean to sound selfish because I do love the cars, but we got to get back in order too, especially before Sunday, right? That's Dad's Day, yo. Hey! The kids are finding smarter and smarter ways to finagle their way into Father's Day with gifts. You kind of drop that one with Cooper getting a video game that may benefit both. But either way, it's still Father's Day. However kids are going to play it. If he has enough ties, though, like my dad, just don't do any more ties.
No.
But otherwise, it's kind of cool about that. For Sunday, there's also a sunset happy hour at 5 p.m.
Where?
So go to the gondola and go up to Thunderhead. The first one was last night. Not too many people knew about it.
Yeah,
So Rick and I went. I almost said went down. Went up, and it was a good time. We stayed for a couple hours, but it wasn't as packed as we thought.
Sure.
So we were thinking maybe a little soft opening. Maybe people didn't know.
Absolutely.
So this Sunday, though, people don't catch on to the Sunday ones either. So maybe this Father's Day Sunday will be a pretty choice for you too. But either way, Dad's in town, staying in town. Go up to the gondola. It's gorgeous. Absolutely.
I think I got this planned out.
Yeah, so that's pretty much what's going on. You want Friday stuff? Well, check out cheaptheater.com for the Colorado New Play Festival that we talked about earlier. Go ahead and check out Rocky Mountain Mustang Roundup.org for today's and tomorrow's events, as well as MainStreetSteamboat.com if you want to see the farmers market for the special people that are going to be in there, because they don't always come every single farmers market. And then last but not least, Sunset Happy Hour. You want to find out more information? Not that you need to. I just say jump on the gondola. But SteamboatChamber.com will help you out. So that's a good way to round up the weekend. Hey.
Rock, haps, magic. Pick up a pilot today as well. Check out steamboattoday.com for anything else that you might have missed. What are we going to do today?
Oh, well, I'm going to the autocross. I'm going to the Meadows lot, yep.
That's the plan?
Oh, yeah, definitely. 1 o'clock, I'm there.
Let's get down there. If we can see Rock, I'm going to heckle her. Rick's going to heckle her. And we'll see if we can get her in a Mustang.
Vroom, vroom.
Get you in there. I think they let us drive one.
Mustang Sally. Should I change my name?
Mustang Rock. That's what we got for you. Those are the haps. Rock's going to fly. And I got Michelle Pitex coming in. Amazing Race Steamboat. We're going to get some details right now. Hello, Steamboat. Stick around. We'll be right back. Hello, Steamboat. It's me, TC. I got greatness with me. Michelle Pitex, give me some. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. So they said, get on Hello Steamboat and tell them about this race.
Yes, they did, and I came.
You did.
To tell them about the race.
Thank you.
It's our third year for Partners in Monroe County's signature event, the Amazing Race Steamboat. Yes, we did poach that from the TV show, Teams of Two.
Did they have any problem with that?
We didn't ask. We figured we're, in our bubble, right? Like that bubble's like, I think fair game for us to do. We did call it Amazing Race Steamboat, so we think somehow that helps us. There are other amazing races around the country, so we figured we were fairly safe. But yeah, it's teams of two that go out and do challenges around town. We start and end at Sloopside.
Yeah.
It was so much fun the last 2 years, and we're really looking forward to this year's and the new challenges that we've brought.
Let me ask you, is it the challenges or is it just Steamboat's competitive nature?
Right. Some people are in it to win it. I will tell you, they will knock down small children to get, to the prize.
I've heard some stories.
Yes. And we had actually a great video on the website. Yeah, we had this guy come in who is a friend of one of our case managers, and he's from LA, and that's what he does. So he just made it a part of his vacation here. So he made a really great video. If you can go check it out.
Where would they go?
Amazing Steamboat, AmazingRaceSteamboat.org.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now Partners came up with this idea. Or was it a group consensus?
It was Becky. It was all Becky. I give her credit every time. It was brilliant. It was time for us to change from what we were doing, Javin Jazz.
Yeah.
We've been doing that for a long time, but it really didn't align with what we do. And this aligns so well, right? Because partnerships of what we do with mentoring, matching a kid with an adult. I mean, they go through all the communication, all the celebrations, all the challenges. It is like this mini little partnership.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I just talked to a guy this morning we were trying to convince to sign up with his wife, and he was like, "Oh no, that would not be good for the communication with the marriage." And I was like, "It would be the best thing ever,"
I know it would be hard. I know we were talking. Tell people about Partners who don't know.
Oh, geez. If you don't know, we've been around for over 20 years. And what we do is we make sure that every kid that needs a positive adult in their life has one. Parents are working 2 or 3 jobs, and they're facing challenges in this town that we know about. And we just want to give not only, and our motto is it changes 2 lives, and it's completely true, right? We need more men. We have about 30 kids on the wait list at any given time. Most of those are boys. So it's 3 hours a week. We ask you to commit to a year. We've got lots of senior partners who can tell you they were really hesitant, but then once they did it, they're like, this is easy. You're hanging out. You're going biking. You're going fishing. We just got some great pictures of a partnership that was camping, and it was so cool. So we really love what we do because we see the impact immediately. We just give away a couple bikes to some kids. We got a bunch of the partnerships and kids doing the Amazing Race. We got a lot of fathers, daughters doing it. Let
me ask you this. Do you get feedback, or at any point will we ever hear from the kids later?
Sure.
You know what I mean? How they've been affected?
Oh, gosh. Well, I mean, I've been around now 25 years, right? And I've been with Rocky Mountain Youth Corps, the Teen Center. I mean, pretty much if there was a youth program at some point, I was involved. So those kids are now adults, right?
Yeah.
Like they're having kids. And yeah, we hear about it all the time. I don't want to throw names out just because, people might, that's their private life. But yeah, we had a guy just recently who I know has got to be about 35 now, reached out to see if we could get the contact information of his senior partner because he just wanted to thank him.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes. Oh, yeah, for sure. It's really heartwarming. And honestly, my usually intro into a conversation about recruiting mentors is who is it in your life, right? Everybody had somebody.
Absolutely.
Everybody had somebody who believed in them, maybe more than they believed in themselves.
Yeah.
And that's the gift that you just can't put a price tag on. You can't put a time limit on.
Right.
It stays with you. So that's usually how I get someone to turn around and want to mentor. Right now, the stats are 1 in 3 kids in the United States is reporting growing up without even one positive adult in their life. And I get some pushback on that sometimes. And the guy who runs the Colorado Mentoring Partnership asked a huge group of corporate people after they were like, what? 1 in 3 is growing up without?
Yeah.
And he said, okay, well, I want you guys to raise your hand if you grew up with somebody who was a positive adult in your life. And, 99% of them raised their hands.
Right.
He says, how many of you are playing that role right now for a child? And,
all the hands were down.
Yeah, right? Like only a third were up. He goes, that's your mentoring gap. So,
wow.
So that's how we just want people to know that there's a need.
Yeah.
It's a meetable need. We're there to support. We don't just it's a whole process. Honestly, just come in and talk to us. If it's not for you, you'll either self-select out or we'll select you out. And that's okay. Just come in and find out more.
Where do people come? What do they do?
So we're right in Sundance Plaza.
Okay.
So we really invested in having a location that was accessible, not the basement of some nonprofit.
on the right,
exactly. We're right next to Fiesta. So I always say, if you're coming for happy hour anyway, maybe come over, grab an application, talk to us, and then go grab your margarita.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're pretty accessible either online. I mean, you Google Partners Monroe County. You're going to find us, right?
If they want Google, they can do some research, then reach out and see what if it's something. At least just come meet someone.
Right? Like just come talk.
Yeah.
We have a school-based mentoring program too, and actually, fingers crossed, we'll be working with a national group to start peer mentoring this fall. So, we're doing whatever we can to make sure, like I said, every kid, and we're really, really trying to get out and do some trainings for those who are already doing it, right? Like the coaches that are out there, the teachers, the tutors, the music teachers, the art person, Kathy Deemer, who's a mentor to every kid who's ever worked there or bused there or bought a milkshake there. We really want to make sure that people know we've got the information and the tools. Yep. We know that just a little intentionality can make a difference.
Absolutely.
It's why I do what I do. I'm sitting here because I had people who believed in me more than I believed in myself, and here I'm talking to Tony. So apparently I made it under the lights.
You made it. You're a big start. So register. Do you need volunteers for this event?
We still need some volunteers, and that's also on the same exact. You go to the Amazing Race. We really need to sell our drawing tickets.
Okay.
This is our biggest fundraiser. We only sell 400. We have 3 packages.
Okay.
The first one is just a basket full of everything you would ever want to do to recreate in Routt County.
Yeah.
It's worth almost $4,000, like $3,900 and something.
Okay.
You've got like skis and fly fishing and.
I heard something was it Help Yourself or?
Yeah, Help Yourself.
That's
From Parks and Rec, Treat Yourself.
That's the one I want.
You know what's so funny is nobody really gets that, and I actually work for Parks and Rec, so that show is pretty funny. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I remember.
Treat Yourself.
Treat Yourself.
So this is like your massages, your shampoos, your gift certificates to oh my gosh, you will not pay for like a meal in a year, or you'll take every friend you ever know out for birthday.
$22.50 value.
Yes, imagine all the gift certificates that add up to $2,250. It's awesome. And then we've got our Wyndham. Wyndham donated.
What do you got there?
You know what? You can stay anywhere worldwide. It's a certificate to stay at any of their resorts.
For a week?
For a week. So that's worth $1,700.
Merrick, get us one of these tickets.
So we've only sold like 20 right now, and we're drawing on next Saturday. So right now your chances are really good. Only $25. That's our market group. We're not a really expensive kind of.
$25 for a ticket.
$25 for a ticket. We'll only sell 400. So you decide which one of these you want your ticket to go in.
Drop it in the basket. And
well, you can do it online. It's all mergeable, so your name goes on that prize ticket. The ticket goes in the fishbowl, and we'll draw on Saturday when we do our end of the race party at Slopeside, where we have a big barbecue. We invite everyone to come down. You can buy barbecue tickets just to come and watch this. So that I will. Do I want to say this? I'll say this.
Share a little bit?
I'll share a little bit.
All right.
The last challenge happens at Slopeside, right? So you get to watch
the last challenge.
The teams come in with they get off their bikes and they're like, come on, and they do their last challenge. So you can actually watch them cross the finish line, which is pretty funny. Oh my gosh! Yeah, I mean, I brought some of these. We're not going to tell what the challenges are. No. They're all interesting, but if you think any of these,
they can hear this, right?
Yeah.
Are we still pod mode? You can hear it. We're not going to let you know what it is.
Hula hoop, and I won't say some of these other things. But we're excited, as you can tell.
9 a.m.?
Yeah, so you got to register. Yeah. So if we don't have your team ready, there's no day of, because that just doesn't work. This is interesting. Race. I mean, you got to figure some stuff out. There's a mental challenge part to it. There's riddles you got to figure out where you're going. There's it's like the Amazing Race, man. You got some things you gotta do. There's some you have to be prepared to possibly be wet. We got some things. You might need to eat something. Yep.
Something.
Something.
Man.
So it's fun.
How long should the race take? Let's do that.
We do start at 9 a.m.
Okay.
We really would love for even those who are in it to win it to they had a good 2 hours of fun, right?
Okay.
Like they're not crossing the finish line till 11. That's our plan.
Okay.
But I got to tell you, we always get that person at 10:40. We're like, how? How did you possibly do it? I mean, we test run it, right?
Okay.
Maybe that's the problem. That might be the problem.
You should get some randoms
Maybe
to test
I need some better athletic people who are test running it other than me. However,
2 hours of fun. You're
2 hours.
For.
I mean, in this year, the way we changed it up. It might be 11:30 before we see the first team really cross.
You put a challenge out there for these people.
We put a challenge out. They asked for it. We get, we asked the racers, after the first 2 years, we're like, what would you like to see different?
Okay.
And they asked for some things that'll make it a little more, there's a little more choice in it too, whereas before they didn't know where they were going until they went somewhere.
Okay.
Last year they would find out. This year there's going to be a little more strategizing.
Oh my gosh.
That'll need to happen.
Is the winner from last year back?
Yes. Yes, they're third year.
Third year.
My understanding is they have. Oh, I can totally say who it is.
Yeah.
It's Travis and his daughter Tinsley Wilkinson.
Oh.
So they actually, I think, have done it in another community, and I think another place in Colorado does something like it.
They're amazing experts, aren't they?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Huh.
I'm pretty sure my friend Jessica Ludwig with Native Eco is doing it again. Yep. My husband Mike always volunteers. There'll be something at the courthouse lawn. It's a trip.
You got me more interested now. Might have to see if I can figure
Check out the video. Because, like I said, we change it up so that nobody's ever, prepped for it, right? But if you watch the video from last year, you'll get an idea. People dress up in costumes. We got the tutus. We got best friends that do it.
I do like tutus.
You like tutus.
Something new to me this year.
Yeah.
All right. Well, again, give them the website. Where do they need to go?
Okay. They want to go to AmazingRaceSteamboat.org.
Okay.
And
you want to sign up. You want to buy a ticket.
You want to sign up. You want to buy a ticket. If you can't do it, buy a ticket.
Okay. And does that... And then there's a barbecue ticket as well?
Well, that's, we're really wanting to get our partnership families feeling like they have a place to go, right?
Okay.
Like our junior partners' parents and siblings.
Okay.
So we want people who aren't even doing the race. Every team gets a T-shirt and they get lunch.
Okay.
They're going to be at the barbecue. All the volunteers are going to get the T-shirt and the lunch.
Okay.
What we would love is more people coming.
Just to come hang.
Slopeside is not fully open till 3 p.m., which is why we're saying if you want to come have lunch, buy a barbecue ticket.
Gotcha.
We don't promote the alcohol thing because we're youth, but the bar will be open. And
well done.
I will, once that final thing is done, be sitting and enjoying a beverage with my amazing staff.
Okay.
Yes, for sure.
That's perfect. So, and you do need a few more volunteers, possibly?
Yeah, I think we're looking at about 9 right now.
9 more?
If we could get 9 more, as long as all my board members come through. If you're listening, I'll be sending this podcast to you, so you have to listen. It's nice because where the places are, the challenge sites are, sometimes we are able to utilize maybe a business person.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I like it.
Yeah, we do too.
All right.
Alpine Bank is our major sponsor.
Oh, nice.
So we love that. Got to do a shout out to BAP, Big Agnes, Honey Stinger, because they are just, I mean, beyond just the Amazing Race, they are really one of our biggest sponsors. Yeah, for sure.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You gonna
see the word amazing? Once you start saying Amazing Race, I will tell you, you will absolutely say the word amazing all day.
Are you looking for any more amazing sponsors to join maybe next year?
For sure. For sure.
That's something that I think we should keep going because this is an amazing event.
I know, and honestly, we do. This is our make or break year. If it's not, if it's not a fundraiser and just a fun raiser, you got to have both. The bottom line. Bottom line. So we're really hoping people want to buy those raffle tickets, and that a few more teams will sign up here. I think we're already at 30. Ooh, Becky's gonna. Correct me. I think we might be right around 35 teams right now.
Okay.
Our goal,
is our team cap?
Nope.
Nope.
No. Well, I mean, if we started getting into 75, I might be a little nervous that we didn't have any anybody having to wait to do a challenge. But that's generally not a problem. Okay. If we could hit 60 teams, I would be thrilled. Good. I'd be thrilled.
That's our goal, people. 60 teams, amazing. Get on AmazingRaceSteamboat.org. Can they call as well?
Oh, yeah.
879-6141.
Yeah, you can come in the office to pick up a raffle ticket if you want to. Like I said, we're right next to Fiesta, very accessible.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you and good luck.
Thank you. I made it without having to talk about soccer.
You did it. I'm not going to. You asked me not to, so I won't make you do it.
No. I was prepping on it. Argentina.
You're going, Messi?
He deserves it, right? I'm from Boston, and everybody compares Tom Brady as the greatest athlete, and Ben Bell loses his mind on Facebook because Messi is by far the better athlete. And I don't disagree with him, being from Boston and all. However, he does not have.
He doesn't have his international title.
And so, you know what? If we can just. It would be a good way to go out. It would be a good way to go out. I would be happy for him. And, Ben maybe will lay off. If everyone could lay off Brady, I personally would be relieved.
That's not going to happen.
I know.
He's too good. Even if he goes to a party with a supermodel wife, he gets heckled. Rough life, Brady. Michelle P. Dix, thank you so much. We'll come back and you tell us how it went.
Yeah.
Afterwards.
Sure, absolutely. That'd be awesome.
Hello, Steamboat. Have a great day. America, we shutting her down. You guys be good to each other out there. Treat the Triple Crowners good. And if you need to feel amazing, you should get to AmazingRaceSteamboat.org. Get yourself signed up. And if you can't participate, volunteer. It's a great facility to be a part of, event to be a part of, and then maybe be a mentor. It's available for you. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Cool.
Perfect. That was magic. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
You all have a great
weekend. And if you want, email. I want some more information who was on the radio with us Wednesday?
Becky.
Becky was.
Yeah.
So does Brian? You guys should email us so we can keep mentioning that this.